first half of the finals is pretty good. The pace has been insane. I really like how both teams are really pushing the pace. But as you can see, what that was mentioned earlier and throughout the week leading up to this matchup was Chris Paul and Devin Booker all hunting for Brook Lopez on these switching on these mismatches, and they're having a lot of success. They're treating him like he's barbecue chicken out there, and they're taking turns with him. And another thing I do not like that Milwaukee is currently doing is they're letting Ayton, well, again with these switches, they're letting Ayton be on these smaller players like Drew Holiday, like PJ Tucker, and he's been making them pay for it. So they got to clean that up when it comes to these mismatches and fighting over these screens. Just a bit harder because you cannot let Chris Paul and Devin Booker constantly go after Brook Lopez. He's been good on offense. He's actually the Bucks' leading scorer with 12 points, or is that Chris Middleton? No, that is Chris Middleton. But Brook Lopez, he has what, 11? He has 11 points, so he's doing pretty good. Giannis looks pretty good as well. He has a lot of bounce, and his knee looks fine. To start the game off, they threw a lob at him. He got fouled, makes one of the 2 free throws. He doesn't seem to be grimacing in pain when he's landing. He got a terrific chase down block in the second quarter on Mikal Bridges. So he looks good. He looks really good. Like, I'm surprised how good he looked out there. I thought he was going to be a lot more hobbled, but he's looking fine out there. He's looking really fine out there. And he's like 4 for 7, so he's doing his typical thing. The only thing I do not like that's going on when it comes to the officiating and the calls, I feel like they're letting Phoenix get away with a bit more contact on defense. It's not like both teams haven't done it, but I feel like Phoenix is doing it a bit more. And yeah, they have given Devin Booker quite a few free throws already. But I do think 6 of them were deserved out of his 8, so I'm not too mad at it. Like, I think he deserved 4 out of 6 of those free throws, so it's not too bad. They just gotta be more consistent on those calls, because Chris Middleton would do the same thing when it comes to going up for a shot, jumping into the defender, and they don't call it on Chris Middleton, but then they go in and call it on Devin Booker, and the same thing happened when he went for a drive. Middleton got whacked, and Devin Booker goes up, puts up a mid-range, he gets hit, but they only call it for Devin Booker, so they got to call it both ways. I wouldn't be surprised if the free throw disparity tilts in Milwaukee's favor for the second half. That's how it typically happens. It always manages to even itself out, so yeah, it's a good game though. It's a good game. It's only 8 points. Both teams are playing with a lot of nerves. Chris Paul was pretty bad in the first quarter. He turned it on in the second. And Brook Lopez, while he's been playing good, he's missed a lot of easy tip-ins and bunnies. Same with Drew Holiday, same with Chris Middleton. So the nerves are obviously there for these players, and you can see it. But I really like the pace they're playing with. Game looks really good, and I'm looking forward to the second half. Alright, so they just wrapped up the game. Phoenix takes game 1. Not surprising to me at all. When was surprised how the game did get out of hand eventually. They were up 20 points in one point in the game. Milwaukee was able to claw their way back, bring it down to a 7-point deficit. But after they did that, Chris Paul or Devin Booker would just hit a big shot, whether it's a mid-range jumper off a Bobby Portis or Brook Lopez switch, or them just hitting, a timely 3, especially when it comes to Chris Paul. But yeah, they kept putting Portis and Brook Lopez in the blender on those switches. Ayton still got those mismatches too when they would switch. They would be up on a smaller guard. So even if they get a good switch like Giannis on Chris Paul, then he can just dump it off to Ayton because he has Middleton or Drew Holiday on him. So they were tearing them apart in that pick and roll. They were really tearing them apart, and they gotta make big adjustments the next game. I don't even think Brook Lopez played much in the second half. I don't think he played at all. I just don't remember seeing him out there. But they were getting killed. And the Bucks, they gotta fix their shot slips. They are prone to spamming threes. I get they weren't getting the calls at the free throw line tonight. They shot 14 free throws to Phoenix's 26. The thing is, Phoenix made all their free throws except one because of the one Jay Crowder, 0 for 8 with 1 point. But he played good defense on Giannis. He was getting good strips. He was being a pest. And guys like Cam Johnson also playing good defense on Giannis, getting strips on him and Middleton. So, yeah, which is really surprising because most young teams with a bunch of young guys, they're not known for being defensive stalwarts or anything. And they were playing great defense, besides for Mikal Bridges. But usually young guys, they don't really care to lock in on defense like that. And they were locked in tonight. Really like seeing that effort from them. But yeah, Drew Holiday was a terrible 4 for 14. Didn't make a single 3. Had 3 turnovers. Yeah, they got to be better. And Brent Forbes with, again, awful shot selection sometimes. He took a not contested. He took a one-legged fadeaway three. Like, what? And then another thing when it comes to, the Bucks shot selection in general, sometimes they be, real prone to spam threes. I mean, I know they shot them well tonight, but before this game and other series, they were not shooting them well at all, and they would still spam threes. So they gotta just do a better job on getting a lead. They're gonna want to spam threes, or starting the game off better. But Middleton was all right. He got it going in the third quarter, but it was too little, too late because Phoenix was up 20 at that point. So while he was making shots, it was too late for him to make a meaningful comeback. And Giannis looked good. He only played 35 minutes. I expect him to play like 40 the next game. So this was a good game one. Looking forward to game 2 on Thursday. Desperately need Milwaukee to split this road trip, so my prediction could be right. But with that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe. And I'm out.